Hay algo que a mí personalmente me preocupa especialmente y fue su encuentro con los dirigentes adventistas que parece ser que lo desacreditaron. ¿Cómo fue? Parece que en el primer momento todo iba bien, pero después las cosas cambiaron y tomaron un rumbo muy contrario. ¿Por qué? ¿A qué se debió? ¿Quiénes se posicionaron en contra y qué argumentaron para tomar esta actitud? ¿Cuál es la posición actual de la denominación adventista actualmente en cuanto a esto?
Do you understand the question?
Yeah. Well, they may have originally supported him, I don't know, but I do know today the conference, the church, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is in apostasy. So we cannot expect them to be freely embracing the discoveries or freely embracing Ron, because it goes against the grain. Satan does not want this material shown to the world. It's not popular to support the discoveries. It's not popular to support the truth, period, especially when we're talking about eternal truth, biblical truth. So this same conference will meet with the Pope. The same conference is in apostasy. They want favor of the world, and we cannot look to them as to whether or not they're going to accept Ron Wyatt and the discoveries. They're not in the will of God. Mrs. White said they were no longer the voice of God in session. So it doesn't matter to me if the conference is not supporting Ron Wyatt and doesn't agree with his findings, because to me they're out of the will of God. They're not following the spirit of prophecy properly. They've started a new organization compared to that in which Ellen White supported. So anyway, that's just the straight truth, from my opinion.
¿Y actualmente cómo sigue?
You're asking why the conference does not support? Because it's not popular to support the discoveries. Most archaeologists don't believe in the discoveries. Our archaeologists at the Horn Archaeological Museum at Andrews here in the U.S., they don't believe in the discoveries because it's not popular. They're interested in winning a popularity contest, the conference. And so they would be viewed by the archaeological community as extremist radicals if they believed in the discoveries, because Satan has everyone believing, the major archaeologists, that the discoveries are man-made, that Ron was a fraud, and so the conference doesn't want to stand up for the truth, basically.
Okay, Jasmine?
I would like to say that the conference, though it does not support Ron Wyatt, does believe that the finds are real. Ron told me that he went to the conference and was asking their opinion as to how he could best present these finds to the people, the Seventh-day Adventist people, so that they would study the Bibles, realize everything is true, and get ready for Jesus to come. And the conference suggested that they have a meeting of some men and have Ron present his finds. And that meeting took place. Ron presented his finds, and the people suggested that Ron be contacted with the church's archaeologist. And so they sent a letter to Dr. William Shea, and I think he was working at Andrews University at that time. And he and Ron got together, and Ron took him places and showed him what he'd found. And Ron came back to work and told me that Bill Shea was really excited, that he just thought everything was great, and that repeatedly said that he couldn't wait to get home to tell about Ron's finds and share this. And I think they worked together for a time, but then the conference contacted Ron and said, Ron, it would be embarrassing to the church if it was found out that someone without an archaeology degree found all these things. And they said, let's let it be said that our archaeologists found these things, and Ron, we'll give you a church to pastor. And of course, Ron would not agree.
What year was this?
I don't remember an exact time. It seems like probably in the, I don't remember exactly.
Was it the early 80s?
But it was a long time ago. It's in the 80s.
So in the 1980s?
Well, it may have been in the late 70s or early 80s.